Hey YouTube, welcome and welcome back to the channel. So today on Toy Stories, we're going to be talking about this post over here from Reddit. This lady says that her teenager asked her for a vibrator and she does not know how to react. But before we get started, y'all know the drill. If you're not 18, get a phone to your mama, tell your auntie I say like, share, subscribe. How's your grandma doing? All right, y'all. So, like she said, she has a tween who asked her for a vibrator and she don't know how to react to it. So she says, I have a good relationship with my daughter, but was caught off guard today. She asked for a vibrator and I told her I would think about it. I'm not sure how to react. My first instinct is she's too young. Any thoughts, preferably moms, that have actually faced this. So I am not a mother of a daughter. So I don't know if I will be able to help. I got hella nieces. Um but here's the thing. First of all, I'm happy that you have created a safe environment for your daughter to be able to talk about sex and all of the things that come along with it. So kudos to you for not using scare tactics on your daughter and just for being open and honest with her and letting her know that she can have that open dialogue with you whenever. So good for you. That's good mom shit right there. You're a good mom. Now, I don't when you say tween, like I'm not really sure what that means. So I guess I want to know like what age bracket does that fall between? Like is it between 5 and 11 or 5 and 12? Because yeah. So somebody said it's better that you be involved in the decision to help her find the most appropriate one. I've I've had students confess to resorting to some unhealthy and unsafe options in their preteen years. Some use vibrating razors and others use vacuum cleaners. Good Lord. Instead of something that was actually meant for the genital area. This helps keep you in the conversation and avoids her resorting to exploring other options in private that may not be good for her. Okay, because I just cannot imagine anybody using a face razor as a damn vibrator. Have you lost your mind, little girl? Come on now. Okay, so this other person said, get her one. I'm a sex educator, and believe me, if they are old enough to ask for one, they should get one. Exactly. Because here's the thing I've said this several times. I had friends who were pregnant in middle school. I'm talking sixth grade and eighth grade. She wasn't pregnant her seventh grade year, but her sixth grade year and her eighth grade year, she was pregnant both times, and had her parents had an open line of communication. She probably wouldn't have resorted to having sex and then ended up being a teen mom and stuff like that. So I think that she's right. You should get a vibrator because at 15, kids are got kids. So this person said, I bought a sex toy for my gay son when he was 12. I figured it was safer than the alternative. LOL, he is now 42 and happily married to the same boyfriend he had since he was 15, and he has thanked me a billion times for doing that for him. See, so this is a testimonial that you have to support your kids, because what you have to understand about children, and we all were children one day, is that children are going to give you pushback, and if you really want to do something, it it ain't no stopping it no matter what you try to do. If your child want to accomplish something, they're gonna accomplish it whether you blocking or not. So it's best if you just deal with them in a responsible manner, and yeah, so that they don't be out here being unresponsible and coming home with sexually transmitted diseases, or children, or both, or Pookie from down the street with no job and he got an ankle monitor on, and now you got to get a house phone because you got to have a house phone, you got an ankle monitor. Anyway, um you should definitely and get some education. And it's really hard. Like, it's a few websites that are dedicated to teaching teens about safe sex and just sexual education in general, and I really do wish it was more. And I think I said this to my sister, but I would not be opposed to them having the discussion when you're doing the sex ed. I do feel like that sex toys should be brought up in that same conversation, because kids, history has shown that kids are going to do it, right? So if they're going to be doing it, then you might as well put them in the safest environment possible, um, to decrease the chances of anything going wrong. Okay. So somebody said that she can handle it three ways. You could say yes, you could say no, and you could say no, but you buy her own. Right. No, I think she should buy her own. I really do. I wouldn't be opposed to it, but I'm not going to buy Mello a fleshlight. Like he gotta get his coins together, just the same way I have to get my coins together, because I'm not supporting that. Now I'm not against it. I'm just not gonna buy you a toy. Now you can earn your little money and get it, but I'm not spending my money on no sex toy, okay? For no minor. And somebody said, I can't tell if this is serious. Why would they have to alternate days when they could just wash it when they're done and put it back in a communal sex toy jar? I know you fucking lying. Ma'am, let me tell you something. Why in the entire hell would you be allowing somebody else to use your toys? Like, what? Unless you're in a relationship with them. Are you telling me that her mama needs to let her borrow the dildo every Tuesday and Thursday night? Like, that's crazy as hell. I'm not sharing no sex toy with my child. What's wrong with you people? Surely that's not what she meant. Um mm-mm. I can't tell if you serious. And then somebody said at around that age, my oldest daughter asked for one, and we wound up getting her one massager since it seemed like she was curious. The only tricky part was that her younger sister wanted one right away. Yeah, and the little sisters always want to do what the big sisters are doing. So somebody said, "How old is she? Are we talking 8 years old or something?" And they responded and said she's recent. She just turned 12, and I knew she started masturbating a while ago, but I haven't addressed it with her yet. Why haven't you addressed it? Listen, the moment she came to you and said that she wanted a sex toy is when you guys should have had that conversation about the masturbation. Like, what are you doing, ma'am? But anyway, you still have a good relationship with your daughter. And I don't see why she can't get a toy. I just wouldn't pay for it. And please do not listen to this person up here who said to share the sex toys with your daughter, because that's just nasty. That's just nasty. I don't want to share no sex toys with nobody. Can't nobody get these toys but me. All right. So I wish you the best of luck. Again, tell her to get her coins together, and you can either take her shopping or you can let her shop online and she give you the money and you order it, but don't you buy her no sex toys, okay? You can permit her to use them, but you should not be financing her sexual habits, okay? All right. And if you want to buy her a toy, if you want to, just go and look down in the description box, okay? And click on one of them links and then do a little browsing and make sure you use the code so I can earn me a couple dollars, okay? And yeah, go from there. And remember, always keep that line of communication open with her, because I think that's a beautiful thing that you are honest with your child about sexual education. I wish you guys the best of luck. Okay, remember, masturbation is meditation, so go play with yourself.